After spreading our bubblegum pink ideas to the entire world, we have reached the peak of our sussy journey. Miao Ying and Azazel need to take on Khorne to assure Tzzench dominance of the entire world. Though two other gods of chaos will not stand by and let this happen. They refuse to allow us to turn Warhammer into a Freakhammer. With a unique endgame crisis unlike anything you have ever seen before, the entirety of Grand Cathay will either be broken or dominated. No in between. This is the hardest endgame because I've played in Total War Warhammer 3. The depths of depravity we must sink to even have a chance of surviving. We may never recover from. But Meow Meow, I know we can do this, and we shall turn Warhammer into the freakiest setting imaginable. I should not be stopped till the entire old world knows the power of bubblegum pink. Or we burn out. Meow Meow, let's get this done. It's time to dominate the old world once again. It's time to finish the Ice Queen off. Oh, Khorne, you are not escaping. I'm getting all three of my big, juicy armies right on top of her. A valiant defeat, but, you know, come on, I got this. This is a big fight. Khorne's got like 2 full stacks. I'm gonna send out Azazel first off. Get on the walls, you know, mess him up a little bit. Hopefully it goes good. Azazel takes a lot of damage on the approach, more than I would have liked, so I land him to hopefully stop getting shot by arrows. But something goes bad pretty fast for me. So I try to fly Azazel up here in a second, and when I fly him up, I'm like, oh, okay, he's escaped now. And I try to pull him back, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Brother's not moving. He's doing the silly dance in the sky. Bro, I don't know what kind of fluids my guy is leaking. He looks like he's like puking or like shitting out of his face. I don't know what's wrong with this Azazel, bro, but he's flailing his arms around. I got no clue what's wrong with brother. But he's not taking damage, so I don't know. Good job, CA. You fixed the game. I have no clue, man. Azazel, he's just gonna chill out there, I guess. He's gonna be MIA for this battle. He also can't cast spells there, so I don't know. We got the BBC Giants smacking up some bears, and I just push in with the rest of my army into the front line. We just got Demonette, so we just gotta get in there, get into combat, and start slicing Shiesty up. You can see here, we get a close-up view. The trolls are chopping, the Demonette's chopping, and we got Seekers as well. Miao Ying, hey, she got a lot of demons versus these men. You can see the armored Kossars are coming in with their dual blade axes, but come on, the Demonette's got this. It's light work. Very intense battle, though, so far. Tons of troops on both sides, but it ultimately looks like it's going towards my favor. I mean, Demonettes are pretty dang strong. Miao Ying is going to drop a big old Talons of the Night on that blob in the left, and in the middle, we're just going to continue grinding against the Zargard, armored Kossars. Luckily, Demonettes have AP despite being lower tier, so it should be okay. And we got a duel between Miao Ying and their lord over here. Miao Ying obliterating that man, smacks it on his meat. That thing's gone. It's gone. RIP, my brother. She's bringing down that thunder from the sky. Yeah, he ain't making it out. Oh. I don't know what that pink stuff is, but Meow Meow just laid it on him. A big final trans goes down in a blob here, while the Demonettes are starting to slowly push through Khorne's forces. They had a lot of little grums and archers that just decided to shoot Azazel, so it didn't work out too good for them, now did it? I'm not able to use any of my archers to shoot either, but I mean, it's a fair trade. Ultimately, though, you can see nice big old battlefield, but we get it done. The Demonettes really high DPS, and Meow Meow's upgraded them a lot at this point. Nice and juicy and strong. That's why we get that W. Meow. Khorne, your time to get Tzzenchified. It's now. Here we got the event. The Ice Queen pushed through the storm. Basically, Azazel and Khorne are battling it out. The most powerful Ice Witch of today versus the strongest Freak of the past. Who will win? Now, we know how it went in JJK, but how will it go in Freakhammer? Oh, no. It looks like it's ending up just like Gojo. Khorne is trapped up by the strongest Freak of yesterday. Looks like we found the answer. Azazel's trying some sort of technique. He must have used this one back in the Hay and Arrow, to be honest, and Khorne, she ain't looking like she's enjoying this at all. Khorne is talking heavy. She says, I'm the strongest. Khorne, I don't know how to tell you this, but I don't think you're winning right now, Khorne. I think you might be losing. Now, I don't know. Maybe I'm biased. And Azazel then sends his hordes to attack Khorne while she's weakened from the fight. Now, Khorne's having a really tough time. They're having a really intense animated battle. I mean, they must have gotten the map animators for this one. This is kind of crazy, man. I think Khorne just casted Hollow Blue. It's looking pretty intense, but I don't think she's winning. She's slowly getting ground down by all the Chaos forces. Yup, that's it. Barely able to get away. So we're gonna have to hunt her down again, ending that event and the turn. It does not look like the rest of the Kislev forces are about to let their queen go down without a fight, as we get attacked by another. How many? One, two, three, four. How many? God, man. Okay, another one. Close defeat, you already know. War God, I don't take L's. Let's fight this battle. Okay, this time I'm gonna start in the middle. Finally, it doesn't have to be a stinky ass siege battle. I got a lot of demonettes, but they're really damaged from the last battle. I send Miao Ying in the back because she's super slow, by the way, in this campaign. She has like 10 movement speed, and with all the slowing spells like Frostbite and Chill Wind, oh yeah, Khorne is basically like netted in place. So I just stick her in the back and just clog up as many units as I can. She should be fine. She really shouldn't die. She has so much HP. I believe she has 13k at this point in the campaign. Devoting yourself to Tzzench has some upsides and some downsides as well. In the back line, I just have a bunch of my guns in a checkerboard formation. We'll look at the long ones in the back and the blickies in the front. It's working out pretty good so far. Miao Ying is doing a really good job of staggering them, so they only sending about 1 or 2 troops every so often, meaning I'm able to kill them and move on to the next one in a systematic approach. Pretty dang good, while Miao Miao keeps healing, nice, healthy, and juicy. There is some cav that finally approaches though and gets a nasty charge on some of my demonettes. I cannot take any more of those charges. They have way more force than I do. My armies are super damaged while theirs are full HP, so I'm gonna make sure that we don't get ground down too much in this battle. Eventually, one of their armies reinforces and they attack us from the side. This one got really dangerous because I wasn't in the right position, but I turn around my army in time and things are going okay. I'm kind of charging with some demonettes on their cav, and I'm using my own cav, quote unquote, which is my Fiends of Tzzench, to clog up theirs, and once they're clogged up, I send in the demonettes and I'm munching through them pretty fast. As I start sending more and more troops to my front line, I do get whittled down and my entire demonette front line collapses. I pull them to the back because they attacked an army that was in force march, so I can't actually retreat my demonettes off the battlefield. So if I want new troops, I'm gonna have to fully kill them. And if I lose my demonettes, I don't know if I can fight the rest of these kills of armies. There's a shit ton of them. As my front line gets absolutely broken through, man, they hit it from the front and they hit it hard and thick. My guns are on the run now. My demonettes are also on the run. I'm just trying to get into position to where I can get my reinforcements by riding off the guns that I don't really need at this point, and hopefully getting some more infantry in, because I really don't want to lose all these demonettes. It took me so long to recruit them all, and they have like way more armies than I do. For every 1 unit of mine that dies, 10 of theirs needs to die. Let's go. Miao Miao is still just in the backline. I didn't even realize she had this ability, but she has some sort of missile reflection spell like the one that Cathay gets in the Lore of Yin. I don't know, but she basically, if you try to shoot bullets near here, they're going to reverse back at you. Good job, Miao Miao. And while my guns did ride off, they're also getting thinned out slowly but surely. They're chasing down my demonettes and they're kind of splitting up their forces in the back. So hopefully as I get some really strong reinforcements, things should slowly get better for me. Eventually, those guns do ride off, and I get a huge resurgence of fresh troops coming out from the reinforcement pool. Cav, chariots, skirmish cav, BBC giant. Oh yeah, they're cooked. I send them out, and they pretty much just wash over the last little bit of the Kislevi troops. It got a little bit dangerous there at the end where they're about to kill all my demonettes. We would have been severely lacking for numbers, but luckily we got it done just barely as a nice Tzzench Chaos Knight charge sweeps away the Kislevi forces. Understand, you cannot defeat my queen Miao Miao. She is the strongest and the grippiest too. There's no fucking way there's another army. Okay, they're just pulling them out of their ass at this point, like close to defeat again. Now this one is not quite as bad as before because they only have one fully healthy army while the rest of them are damaged, but all of my armies are damaged. But hopefully Miao Miao can get this done. We're just gonna have to lock in and see. That's all you can do sometimes. As I try to set up my formation as quick as I can, they have lots of mobility in the enemy army as they send in Cav and the Kiss of War sleds. They're getting onto my guns really easily because I have like, what, a couple of demonettes that are already dead. My fiends at like 1-2 HP. All those demonettes I tried to keep alive, yeah, they ended up dying anyway, so RIP. But I need to win the battlefield. I don't know what you want from me. I get a really nice Celestial Dragon Guard summon, which was sorely needed because I have literally no front line. But they just keep pushing through. The amount of force they have compared to mine is not even close. And they just have too many men that wish death upon me. And it's a sad day for the Grand Cathayans. We took out a lot of them, but eventually they're gonna get through. We're gonna have to get on our knees and pray that Mommy Miao Ying can carry this one out. We did do a decent amount of damage with all my blicky cannons, but Miao Miao, I believe in you. I believe that Miao Miao was the strongest, the most grippy, and the best. That's why she's my favorite, as I send in the rest of their forces on Miao Miao. But honestly, Miao Miao just duels with them. She takes them out. It wasn't even no big thing. They pretty much army lost right away. They didn't want that smoke with Miao Miao. And we win the battlefield. Now that's gotta be their final bit of forces. I mean, come on. There's no way they got more. Nope, they didn't have more forces, and we get the next event.
You choose to conspire with the deceivers. I abase myself before your illustrious brilliance.
Your breed of chaos is not unintelligent. Let this not be trickery.
Trust in me.
If we must, changeling. Will my people forgive me?
You'll enjoy my tricks, I'm sure. Urson would approve of this.
I beat down Kislev so badly that now Katerin is turning to Tzzench to hopefully get a foot back in this race. I don't know, Katerin, that might not end up too good for you. Oh, damn, Tzzench just got Katerin doing something strange over here. Okay. So after that little talk with the changeling, he gives her a little mission and she's doing, something strange with some slayers. They must be going over, like, slaying tips. But I don't think they're slaying dragons. They're slaying something else. The slayers of Kadrin now are on Kislev's side because, you know, Katerin was very convincing, and with the changeling's help and the Slayer pirates, they're gonna be counterattacking us even harder than last time. Listen, Katerin, you might be going to Tzzench to run away from your problems, but I ain't gonna let you off the hook. I'm gonna take out all of these residual armies. This should be her main assault force. She's gonna have to rely on those slayers from Kadrin and the changeling forces to even have a chance. I recruit a bunch of Arwars, demons, some nice guns, and we get our next submission, which is to simply eliminate Zidina Katerin, the vain and the terrible. Katerin is holed up in Kislev, so I'm gonna have to tear through all her lands to get back over there and hopefully defeat Kislev. Katerin, you're cooked. I send in all of my armies. You can see I'm rocking a pretty strong army at this point. We confederated Azazel, so we're looking pretty strong. We are super broke.
Just give me my money.
There's an auto build system in the game and I accidentally clicked it, so now we have 0 gold and 10,000 gold deficit. So yeah, very broke. RIP. But maybe Katerin can fund me as long as I keep pressing on her. We take out this settlement though pretty easy. Some elite troops in there, but I'm just gonna auto-resolve it again. We have overwhelming force. Bye. Zhao Ming as well, we're gonna give him the Shrine of Alchemists to get back the defensive alliance. That he just seemed to love breaking. I don't know why he just hated me throughout the entire campaign. It really be your own people. But we do that and we get the next event. I wasn't even expecting this one. A little surprise and little freaky too, if you know what I mean. Essentially, you know, Miao really needed some money, so she went around to the magistrates of Grand Cathay and said, hey, I'm once again asking you for your financial support. And they say, well, Miao, what can you do for me? She said, I'll power your brand new Switch 2 for free. You'll get all the games, and you won't even have to worry about it cutting out or anything, because I'm the Storm Dragon. Unlimited power for a year for the Nintendo Switch. And they're like, wow, the Switch, you want to play some Switch games with me? And Miao's like, yeah, we could play some Nintendo Switch games. And then I think they play like Super Smash Bros, some Mario Kart, and then they go back to Super Smash Bros for some reason, and then back to Mario Kart, Mario Odyssey. It's kind of crazy. Miao looks like she's really intense. She's had the joystick and she's like, oh, racing, meow. Miao doesn't seem to be very good at video games though, and I think she's gonna end up losing to this magistrate. But she at least did get the money, and maybe something else. And it looks like we finally made it to Kislev. Oh, Katerino. Oh, I got some bad BB3 news for you, Katerino. I need to get all my armies over here because we already fought one siege battle and I really don't feel like doing another one. So if I get enough armies in here, hopefully I can auto-resolve her. She might be the queen, but I am the god. Close victory? Nice. Auto-resolve that up. Katerino Bapacino. Bye-bye. And we got that done. The vain and the terrible eliminate Katarina. Yummy. Oh, okay. This was a little ominous. Basically, Katerin, she lost the Tzzench forces. They break down the Borka's palace. And there she is. The Tzzench forces are coming in thick and strong. And she doesn't know what to do. So she calls out to Tzzench again. But Tzzench is not answering. Tzzench has forsaken her, disappointed in the fact that she couldn't get it done. So the Tzzench forces now want to turn Katerin from Tzzench back to the Tzzench side. And they convince her through some really good food. They cook her some bratwurst. And it's really good. And it's super flavorful, honestly. She's like, wow, you guys can make some really good stuffed turkey and bratwurst. It's so tasty. And that's all that happens. And you know, Katerin, she's like, wow, you ever seen Food Wars? It's just like that. She's like, oh my god, you're amazing. And you know what? Maybe Tzzench is not so bad. Let me go talk to Tzzench. Maybe we could team it up. I don't know, but you know, they just keep feeding her lots of bratwurst. It's very interesting. I guess she's very hungry. You know, you gotta get big, gotta get muscular, gotta get strong. I respect that you're on your grind, Katerin. For now, though, they have Katerin locked up until they can get everything sorted out with Tzzench and Tzzench. You know, they gotta go over the specifics. And look at this. I got myself Kislev now. Tier 4 settlement. Let's go. I think there's actually a unique building here. Pretty cool. Bears, casualty replenishment rate for my entire faction. Nice. Awesome. So we got that, and we can move on to our next objective. Katerin has some time to think on her actions, and she apologizes to Miao and Azazel. She seems to be coming around very slowly but surely to the Tzzench side. But it looks like Tzzench's trickery is not done yet, because he actually takes Kislev that I just spent 50,000 gold upgrading, but you know, it is what it is. The next mission is to do hero action on the settlement, the Frigid Mistress. So before Miao Miao and his Sasso are about to confederate Katerin and, you know, make everything kumbaya, it turns out it wasn't Katerin the whole time. It was actually the Changeling. Whoa, bow, 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 bow. And he gets her in a headlock. He must have been watching the UFC. He's on his John Jones timing. Luckily, Miao Miao is eventually able to escape, but Katerin is not in Kislev. The Changeling has captured her and has her locked up, and we have to go save Katerin because Tzzench is not about to let her go without a fight. Changeling, you better count your days, little bro. You can see we get that next mission here to fight a quest battle against the Changeling, and let's get right onto it. I don't want to keep my other Frost Queen waiting. Hey, this is Editor War God here. I didn't even notice fighting the battle that the Changeling actually has the Nemesis crown. I'm noticing it now. No goddamn wonder brother was so hard to take down. You'll just have to see in a little bit. Let's just get right into it.
And men, so blinded by their greed that they do not even care that they fight alongside Tzzench's hosts. What is the worth of mortal life without a little chaos?
Whoa there, buddy. He's talking heavy on his own allies. It looks like little bro needs some discipline. Changeling, you better count your days. I got something big coming for you.
What the hell?
I got a big demonette rush. I got a lot of blickies. I got some fiends. I even have the Arwar drum. So we should be okay. I'm gonna start off the battlefield just rushing towards the walls. It looks like this is actually a minor settlement. Never even seen this before in Warhammer. A set up battle to fight. Let's see how it ultimately goes. There's 2 cultists I'm gonna have to track down and kill. They're in the vestige of the Changeling. I go to break through the first gate, but while I'm doing that, boom! A massive spell just destroys a bunch of my demonettes. And guys, I didn't realize the AI really knew how to use spells. So that was a kind of a RIP. But I do counterspell with the Knight of the Talons. But then he gets a nasty Searing Doom. Bro, leave me alone! God damn, they like it hard, but not that hard, bro. Like, come on, lay it off. Ugh, past that, we're just gonna have to keep going through the walls. And hopefully there's not another huge spell like that. Because if there is, oh, it's gonna be a long day. I don't even think they have a metal cast. I think just this map naturally will spawn spells in your guys. So we gotta lock in and win this one fast. I'm trying to get my demonettes to chop through all these spearmen and cav, anything. While the blicky cannon just shoot in from the long range. I put my little celestial dragon guard summon too. It should do pretty good. Oh, I get a little friendly fire with the Talons of the Night. But you know, a little friendly fire never hurt nobody. It's called friendly, right? It's gotta be friendly. Past that, we should be good. And what even is that? A tornado? Is that a friendly tornado? Is that an enemy tornado? I have no clue, but it looks like my demonettes are okay, question mark. I've never even seen that spell in this game before. Looks like the demonettes are duking it out pretty well, and we're chopping through the Tzzench forces. Light work. We make it to the first cultist. His ass is gonna get taken down pretty quick with a nasty final trans. Bye-bye, my friend. Now we gotta go get the second cultist. You can see we're just absolutely running through like these basic ass Empire troops. Tzzench really needs to up his budget instead of sitting in his room all day just gooning. To his quote-unquote master plan. Yeah, he's a master something, alright. We obviously eventually make it past all those Empire and Tzzench infantry, and we make it to the second cultist, where it looks like he's gonna transform here, and he transforms into Big Nakari. You know, I actually own Nakari, so transforming into my worker, not the smartest plan, but Nakari is pretty strong, so we're gonna have to chop through him with all my forces. I got some fiends, I got Miao Miao, it should be okay, even if this guy is as strong as Nakari is. We swarm him and ultimately get him cooked pretty fast. Another cultist is on the side as well, but it's gonna be fine. The cultist is going down as Miao Miao walks up slowly, very slowly, but surely. But eventually Nakari just gets browned down. Any demonic instability crumbles back to the warp while the final cultist dies, and we win that battle. Let's go. I'm also gonna push on the Prague with a couple of my forces, auto-resolve and take that settlement off of her. And our next mission is here. We either have to vassalize the Ice Court / destroy them, or we ally with the Ice Court. You know, despite my name War God, I do love a bit of peace, especially for a nice lady like Katerin. So I'm gonna try to vassalize her, cause you know, I do want to be the king at the end of the day. I'm gonna give her one of my best settlements and we get the vassalization. Nice, completing that quest right away. The Tzzench and Slaaneshi alliance is finally solidified. Looks like Azazel and the Changeling have finally managed to agree on how to handle the debacle of Katerin. Tzzench says they want 50-50 custody, and you know, that works for me. Katerin, you're okay now that you're on the Slaaneshi side. They help her out and they imbue her with lots of powers. I mean, wow, she's just getting so much power inside of her. It's kind of crazy.
How's the bear god? Still dead? Such a fool god Urson was. More fool you for following him.
Foul mutant. You will never take the old world. Never. The motherland has endured much. It can withstand you.
The motherland? A whore's land. I care not for the peons that live upon her. There is no wish I cannot grant, no desire I cannot fulfill. Tell me, you'll find me a generous prince, your grandest desires fulfill.
You confound my notions of chaos. There is an obvious sickness in you. But I shall listen.
Yes, believe what your eyes see. Am I not beatific? Oh, Kislev, your hearts are chill. Let me thaw them.
Our accord is a sin. This betrays all that I am.
Okay, you go, Katerin. Talk your shit to them. She kind of botting both of these brothers, but she's maybe not in a position to be really talking at that smack, because Azazel and the Changeling, they ain't taking it sitting down. They hit her with a double whammy attack, one at the top, one at the back, and Katerin just can't defend against it. There's too many angles. Now, eventually, both sides, you know, they're really tired, and they come to an agreement. They're like, listen, Katerin, I got a good deal for you. Slaanesh and Tzzench, to make you even stronger. Katerin, she has such a satisfied look on her face. She's really happy with this deal, and she's like, yeah, for sure, guys. We're gonna do a double team special. And now she has both the mark of Slaanesh and Tzzench combining their powers into one form. Into Katarino Kislevino. Over the next turn, some Slaaneshi warbands start attacking my walls. Brother, you ain't gonna do nothing. One army, two army, you're free to be free money, brother. And it looks like some sus things are happening with Miao Ying and Azazel. You know, the normal. Just gaming, you know, lots of gaming, honestly. And it looks like they're trying to run trios with Katerin too. Because, you know, trios, you always want to bring some homies around. And they're all getting new traits and having lots of fun playing video games. They'll be running trios just like the good old days on PUBG and Fortnite.
Know that I can freeze your blood with but a thought. Even a dragon shatters easily once encased in ice.
Such power you have, but underneath such fear. You can do better.
This accord discomforts me greatly. My people require more.
You are corrupt, but not witless. Cathay's cohesion is assured. The Changer shall never again warp proud Cathayan minds.
Your sensibility surprises me. Has Kislev misunderstood demonkind? An accord between our great empires will benefit the world. This shall suffice.
I knew you would accept. They call me Exalted Betrayer, but rest assured, I shall not betray you.
We rush on Karakungor, those Slayer pirates. Even though we're chill with Katerin, they still haven't got the memo, apparently. So we're gonna rush on them. Karakungor has a nice Slayer stack, but ultimately, come on. Miao Miao is the queen. I'm just gonna auto-resolve this. Bye-bye, with a bunch of my armies pulling up. Also, Katerin is confederate into Miao Miao's army now, so we got all of her previous armies, so yeah, it's pretty strong. They do have another little quarrel, like you heard earlier, so I ultimately have to choose between Miao Miao or Katerin. It's whether I like blue or pink better, and come on, if you know the War God, you know I love bubblegum pink. I'm gonna have to go with Miao Miao. Katerin, you're good too, you know, but Miao Miao, she is my girl at the end of the day, but you are still valued, Katerin, but Miao Miao, you know how I feel about Miao Miao. So I'm gonna go side with Miao Miao, and we'll see what happens. Another dwarf stack in Fort Jakova. Yeah, little bro, you're gonna have to be kicked off of the property. I got a lot of armies at this point, and I'm just swarming and swarming and swarming. Now, I am aware that we haven't even reached the custom freaky endgame crisis. You thought that little Kislev invasion was tough? Oh, no. The final fight? Yeah. I still have nightmares. We'll get to it soon, though. For now, we're gonna keep on bullying the Dow. Yeah, I mean, come on. What are they gonna do? They need a stepping stool to even look at me eye level. Get out of here, little bro.
Fellow Dowie! A great wrong has befallen our kin!
Katerin and Azazel are in the Darklands pushing on Tamarkan. We're moving back towards Grand Cathay. Katerin also gets a unique trait after absorbing some of the gifts of Slaanesh. And we finally get it. The final clash versus Khorne. Essentially, so Khorne's been hearing what the tricky thing Tzzench is doing, the freaky thing Slaanesh is doing. And he's just bad in general. He's like, hey.
I am the harbinger of your demise. The Lord of Murder's host stands ready to annihilate your kind. You will die weeping, like the sniveling coward you are.
So he sends out his greatest champion, Valkia. You know, Valkia, she kinda bad though.
Get out!
Maybe we can corrupt her, or maybe she'll clap us. Either way, kind of sounds like a win to me. 8 turns from now, Valkyria's gonna send the entirety of Khorne forces directly on top of Grand Cathay. So I'm gonna need to make sure that I get all my armies over there right away, or shit's gonna end up like the end times, which I don't really consider canon, but it definitely was not a good time for Grand Cathay. They lost to what? Grimgor? Khorne? A lot more scary. You can see there's some coordinate portals right next to my lands. So I'll go through the Tzzench portals and Kislev back to Cathay, travel up to the Khorne portals, and hopefully attack Valkyrie before she can attack me. At least that's my plan. Well, I'll just keep moving Azazel and Miao Miao naturally on foot since they're already too far away from the portals in Kislev. It should all work out relatively okay. Send 1 army, send 2 armies, send 3 armies. There we go. Yeah, I got a lot of stacks at this point, but Pattern also has a lot of stacks. I take out some Slaneshi warbands on the way to the coordinate portals. I hop through the coordinate portals, but it looks like Valkyrie is actually already destroyed, at least in my campaign. So it's just Hellebron. So I do a little trolling and take out that settlement that's there. And I split up my armies, one to the right, one to the left, to continue beating up on Hellebron. Azazel and Kataryn are getting pretty close to Kislev at this point. I've been a lot of turns, but we're moving. Slowly but surely. And right as they're about to reach Grand Cathay, it strikes. Listen, I knew there's gonna be like a lot of armies, but like, what is this? This is not even fair. Oh my god, I don't even know. I have no armies over here. Rev up the engine, lock in, slap your face, and remember, Miao Miao, how bad she is. I will not let Khorne take this from me. It is time to get some disciplining Valkyria. And you know, Valkyria's, she's kind of bad in her own right. But yeah, it's just a lot of armies. And we got our mission here, destroy the following faction. Leader of the Gorkin. We're gonna have to somehow take out every single one of these armies. And these are not low tier. It's all hyper elite Khorne stuff. Oh man, it's gonna be a long day. Well, I sent all the armies that I had close to the portal and end the turn. I don't want to send them in the portal now, because I want Valkyria to spread out her armies so I don't get immediately bum rushed and killed. So that's what I'm hoping will happen in the end term here. And it looks like that's happening for the most part. First, they take the Bloodwind Keep though. I mean, that was kind of expected. And then they split out. Majority of their armies go to the right and a smaller amount goes to the left. But overall, it definitely works out for me. And I send all the armies back through the Khorne portal to Grand Cathay. They lose all their movement range when they do this, so I'm going to have to be on the defensive here. A little bit rough. Miao Miao is able to make it to these armies, but Azazel's just a little bit out of range. So I'm going to put him on ambush mode so he doesn't get clapped, and keep him in reserve, waiting for the right time to strike. I also sell one of my settlements to Lothar, just so that Valkyria doesn't have any more settlements to get replenishment from as we're fighting the battles. And here they are. Here come the hordes. Wow. 1, 2. Yeah, we already know. Dang, how many Bloodthirsters in that army? That was like 8 Bloodthirsters? Oh my god, bro. There's like 15 Bloodthirsters, Soul Grinders, Blood Crushers, Exalted Bloodletters, Minotaurs. Lock in, guys. Okay, let's get it done. We got a lot of armies of our own. I got a Lion stack, I got a Kislev stack, I got Demonettes, and I got Crane Gunners. My strategy here is to fight in the trees, right? So a lot of my Slanesh units have Strider, so they won't be getting any debuffs from the trees, while the Coordinate units will, because, you know, in the trees, if you're large, you'll lose stats unless you have that Strider or Woodsman, which we got. So we're just fighting it out with the Bloodthirsters. Miao Miao at this point only can cast Slanesh spells, by the way, so no more healing for me. She's gonna cast the Slicing Shards going down on the coordinate forces. They might have spell resistance, but the DPS should be enough to just burst through it. It's overcasted. Oh, lay it on thick, Miao Miao. Yeah, they're not liking that one for sure. There's tons of damage. The Crane Gunners continue to shoot on. One of them does get sniped in the back line, but hey, sacrifices are meant to be made. I hit him with the whip. I get the buff spell on my Demonettes. They're gonna have crazy melee attack if I pop that on them. The Lions are trying to team up. The Lions are ganging up on individual Bloodthirsters, so we're overwhelming them one by one. Even if they're anti-large, just with our pure numbers, we should be good. Another nasty slicing charge come down on the right as the Khorne forces continue to try to pile through. Now, they are definitely getting through the Demonettes, but pretty slowly. At this point, my Demonettes have really high stats, and I've got a lot of heroes. Ooh, that was a nasty slicing shard. The Lions continue to duke it out. I just land them at this point, so there doesn't seem like there's any immediate Bloodthirsters coming at me, but I definitely see some in the background. Some demon forces are crumbling, some of my forces are crumbling. It's a real back and forth battle. I have to continue sending more and more coordinate forces my way. Now remember, I have to win this battle decisively, because there's tons more armies that are going to attack me on the same turn. So if I'm slacking and feeling lazy and I just let most of my army die, it's going to be cooked. The campaign is going to be over right there. I summon out some Demonettes with the Emissary. Miao Miao pops all her buffs and abilities, cast all her spells, and I'm just trying my best as Khorne keeps pushing in. They got Minotaurs, they got dogs, but we're doing a pretty good job of protecting the Crane Gunners. We've only lost one so far and taken a little bit of damage on the others. We lost a couple demonettes, but we got some summons to replace them, so it's pretty okay. I'm sending some of my bear infantry to the back line to take out their skull cannons that they've been having shoot at me the whole game, as some more bloodthirsters come in and fight against lions in Meow Meow. And you can just see it's Khorne, it's pink on red action. Not something you really want to be seeing. I'd probably consult the doctor if you're having that problem. Even the Kislev troops are red for some reason. I don't know if that's blood or how they naturally are, but they are just angry. They're tearing up. You can see both sides crumbling, and they actually get a left flank on me with one of their reinforcing armies, which I did not have enough forces prepared for. I cast a nasty overcast Searing Doom, helping me out a little bit, and I also have my summon of Celestial Dragon Guard holding them off. But there's only like a couple demonettes, so I'm gonna have to pull back some of my lions or something, or else my entire backline is gonna be compromised. I've already lost actually a majority of my Crane Gunners. Now it's just a melee on melee duel, obviously to Khorne's favor, but Meow Meow knows how to make a difference as the lions fly in to hopefully help out on that left flank. But as we lose things, I do get more reinforcements in. So these bloodthirsters, you're gonna have to deal with some extra lions, extra halberds, extra everything, extra meat, the way Tzzench likes it. And it looks like the coordinate forces have finally ran out of reinforcements, and it looks like it's gonna be a Tzzench W, at least for the first battle, as I can see that I have reinforcements, they don't, and they're gonna get army lost. Get cooked, little bro. And obviously we're going to take the replenishment rate, as I'm almost certain they're going to attack me again, because I did take a lot of damage. I pushed them back, at least their initial force, but it looks like they're going to run it back. Okay, we got one army, okay. Valkyrie actually lightning strikes specifically Miao Ying. Oh, we're about to have a queen off. The Queen of Wrath, or the Queen of the Freak. Hehehe. I know who I'm choosing. Look at Valkyrie, you trying to aura farm or something? Get out of here, little lady. She does look pretty cool though, flying next to the Bloodthirster. I'll give her some props, but Meow Meow, she's gonna get you. You better count your days. I got some plans for you, Valkyrie. Meow Meow's gonna instantly, she doesn't even need an army. She'll go in solo, drop some slicing shards from the sky. Light work, baby. Valkyrie looks like she wants that smoke though. Actually, Rampager is what I do with one of Meow Meow's spells, while the Bloodthirster is flying, trying to get an approach on Meow Meow as well. Valkyrie misses her first slash. Come on, are you serious right now? Bloodthirster comes in, smacks Meow Meow in the face. Valkyrie hits her from the front. Ooh, you know, Meow Meow is pretty experienced in these sort of situations at this point in the campaign, but still a little worried for her. You see the Bloodthirster, Valkyrie attacking her at the same time, but Meow Meow's holding her own, shooting those thunderbolts. A little motorcycle comes in as well, though. Clang, 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 clang. It's getting intense. I always forget how awesome the combat animations are in this game. We actually get into the thick of it, and everybody knows how amazing Meow Meow is. Oh! She just stole that brother's soul. Oh my gosh. I kind of wish that was me, but you know. Yeah, she's doing her work. Yeah, that brother's soul got stolen from his body. The rest of my army is not doing nearly as good as Meow Meow. They're getting cooked. I have like no forces. I don't know what you want from me. Meow Meow is double teaming both the Bloodthirster and Valkyrie and holding her own very, very well. She's only taken a little bit of damage so far. Now, she doesn't have any healing spells because she's been too Tzzenchified. She only got Lore of Tzzench now, but she should still be okay. We got my demons fighting in the trees against the Khorne demons. All my Crane Gunners are essentially offline. I do got some demonette summons for my... I do get some demonette summons for the emissary to help me fill in those numbers that I just lost, but it does look like Valkyrie and the emissary are going to be able to take a double team attack on the Bloodthirster and Valkyrie. And in the trees, we got the fiends versus some coordinate demons and dogs. Oh, this should go to me. Obviously, we got Strider, but they are infantry, so they're not taking any stat debuffs. But I'm just hoping the fiends can hold out for as long as they can. Oh, they just stuck that right through his brain. Scary. Valkyrie is coming over here. Girl fight. Ooh, okay. Thunder slash out of Meow Meow, shooting out that bubblegum pink lightning. Valkyrie hits her with a spear attack. Cannon comes down, big old beefy bulls can attack them. There's a lot of stuff happening. Meow Meow's having to take on a lot of opponents at once. She hits up with the Hadouken from the sky though. Okay, I see you, Meow. 2 Hadoukens? Let's go. Slicing Shard's gonna come down. Hopefully slice up these guys. I rampage them as well so they won't be able to escape. Cannon keeps going down. I think Valkyrie and the other guy just ran away. They didn't want to smoke with Meow Meow. Actually, I think she killed them now that I'm remembering properly. Yeah, Meow Meow killed them, so... Ha, take that out, Valkyrie. You know who the real queen is. Here's the emissary, by the way. I don't think I've actually shown much of her in this campaign. She's essentially a half demonette, half human hybrid. So that's why she's a little bit more bubblegum pink than normal. She looks quite humanoid though. She's got a very cool spear halberd ability. She has a lot of support spells. But damn, her animations are cool. She's spinning that thing around and sticking it right in that motorcycle. Kind of freaky, man. Okay, let's see who's gonna win. Oh, she dodge rolled into that. She's trying to aura farm like she's in Elden Ring or something. Okay. Oh, okay. She lost all the aura. Okay. Okay, well, you know, she lost the aura just as she gained it, getting launched by the motorcycle, and it runs over just to mog on her? Hell nah, I personally wouldn't take that emissary. Miao Ying is still duking it out very well against a Bloodthirster and a big old war shrine. Let's go back to the fight with the emissary and this guy. While emissary is getting punted around, she is losing all aura. But even though she's getting punted around, she's easily beating the Chaos War Shrine. It looks like that's going to be army losses, despite the emissary getting absolutely flung. Meow Meow just can't be stopped, and we're ultimately going to win this battle. Take that fat juicy L. Khorne, pink is the new super color, not red. Now please, Valkyrie, please leave me alone. Please. I cannot deal with the other army. There's so many armies here. And it looks like they're not going to attack us on this turn. So you know what? Now I'm going to attack. Ah, get pranked, little. Get pranked. Yeah, I'm going to attack the Bloodwind Keep. Hey, it was mine originally, Valkyria. Come on, give it back to me. I need to take this settlement so they don't get all the damage I took to them just replenished next turn. So definitely going to need to auto-resolve this one real fast with my Lion stack. We took tons of damage, and we're certainly going to have to fight next turn, but at least for this turn, we're getting a little bit of an advantage on Valkyria's forces. Recruit some demons, recruit some Arwars, whatever force I can to hold against the Khorne Scourge. I'll also be opening up the Wujing Compass and going down the Emperor's Dragon Wrath line. I can unlock the Dragon Emperor's Wrath, which will do a bunch of attrition damage, just basically nuking all of Valkyria's armies. They fall for my little trap with Valkyria and Azazel, so I just auto-resolve that. Are you stupid or something, Valkyria? I already know the answer to that one. As I continue to have my guys just hiding in the corner, Tyrion-like. And the Valkyrie armies, I'm not going to attack them. I'll let them attack me again. Not that I even have the movement range to attack them because I spent one of my armies on Bloodwind Keep. And I'm going to need all 4 armies to win this next fight because I know this one's about to be huge. I mean, all the battles so far have been huge. This has been one of the hardest endgame crises I've played in any campaign. Who'd have thunk it, man? Who'd have thunk it? Hooey. Next turn, let's run it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Valkyrie declares war. Valiant defeat. Yep, 4 stacks. I got 4 stacks. Mine are a little damaged, but we'll see how it goes. Starting off the battle, just instantly, a bunch of massy Khorne forces just get right in my face. Everything of mine is so tattered and scattered, I can't even hold my lines properly. I cast as many spells as I can. Pit of Shades, a giant comment as one of my abilities. I got all my range shooting into what they can. There's a Soul Grinder there. I got my Chariot shooting in, got Ashina shooting in. There's so many unit types. My brain is just completely fried. I have to completely focus on the battle if I even want a chance of winning, as the Khorne forces just send more. Minotaurs, Soul Grinders, it does not matter. Furies land on my backline. Things are looking pretty intense. I do have a little hero core too with a bunch of lions. They're very, very low lions. Look at my reinforcements. They literally have like 1 HP. So I'm probably going to lose a ton there, but I just have to send them in. I can't afford to be playing safe with them. I got a couple lords in here to hopefully fend off some of these furies and these soul grinders that have gone to my backline. I'm going to need these archers to stay online and not die if I want to win this one. Ooh, you can see the Khorne infantry pushing through mine super easy, like they're not even there. Like, I have some good infantry like Tsar Guard and Celestial Dragon Guard, but they're nothing against Khorne Chosen or Exalted Bloodthirsters. They absolutely eat my guys for breakfast. As the Khorne guys are starting to pile in, and we got a big single entity fight with lions, chariots, soul grinders, but it looks like it's slowly going towards our favor. As we're kind of making it through the first wave of Khorne forces, I get some cap from my reinforcements, running down on some of these soul grinders that are shooting at me with the ranged attack. So that's going to hopefully get them offline as my lions pick up the soul grinders one by one, and the second Khorne army comes in. Now, I also probably lost around 1 army of my own, so we're about equal right now if I had to guess. So I'm hoping that it will be enough for me to win. A lot of my lions are dead. We could get a closer perspective here. You can see all of these are Exalted Bloodletters with their flaming swords absolutely chopping away at the lions. The dogs are here on my Tsar Guard, my armored Kossars. The Bloodthirsters fighting the lions. It's not really a fight I want to take, but I have to take. I don't have a choice. I've got the Cav in there too for mass, charging through the backline, making sure that nothing can even stand up. Bloodthirsters and lions, blood is everywhere. This battlefield is just torn up. There's dead demons, dead Kislevites, dead Cathayans, dead Tzzench. There's just dead everything. Khorne is definitely proud though. He's definitely staring directly at this battlefield. Wow, it's just decimated. I've never even seen this many dead models on one screen. Khorne guys, lions, chariots, it's absolutely a wasteland. I'm sure if the vampire counts came over here, they get a strong as hell army. But it looks like I'm barely able to get the army losses on these guys, and this is the final soul grinder. That was such a close one. I was absolutely sweating bullets. Maybe I should have even showed you guys the full battle of this one, because this one was really intense. I had no reinforcements. I was down. This is all you see. This is all I had. Barely any ammo, barely any troops, no healing. But I barely get the Pyrrhic victory. You know, because I'm War God. Come on, you know. How's a god gonna lose to a fake god over here, Khorne? Nah, I'd win. Yeah, so I'm hoping if Falcon attacks me again, it's definitely cooked. Please, Falcon, leave me alone. Just 1 turn, please. So we're just gonna end it and take the replenishments and see how it goes. It looks like they attack my little 3 stack of healthy armies and they get ambushed because we ambushed them. So get wrecked, loser. Again, the AI is not very smart. They just see red, I guess. And then Valkia comes in again. Valkia, we already know how this goes with your forces. I'm just gonna auto-resolve this. I don't even know if I really get a better result, so nice. And that should be most of Valkia's forces, at least for this turn. More Valkia? Oh my god, bruh. Hop off it, Valkia. Hop off. I'm actually gonna retreat from this fight. I don't think I can win this against Valkia. Has way too much forces. If she has enough movement range to attack me again, I'm done. It's just done. Oh my, what? Oh my god, valiant defeat. Okay. At least, I don't even know if there's anything at least to say. This is looking so cooked. I can't win it. I'm just gonna have to auto-resolve. Now, we did do tons of damage back to Valkia, but wow. Okay, we're really bad right now. We basically have Valkia and Azazel, and they assault the Great Bastion. They're breaking through. Okay, things are getting really bad. Both sides have taken tons and tons of damage. Valkia continues pressing on me. Hop off it. Hop off it, bro. God, man, I cannot catch a break. All those armies I sent through the portal are all dead now. I'm only down to Miao Ying, Azazel, and one extra army. Valkia still has around 5 armies, but Miao is very strong as we've established. I've recruited another lord there for just the last little survivor of fiends over there. I'm definitely gonna have to lock in if I want to finish off this campaign and beat Valkia. Khorne looks like he's winning this great game, but I've got a secret plan, and it's called believing in Miao Ying, because she's my queen. So I want to look for some brand new vassals, and I see Sigvald. He really likes me because we're obviously both Sineshi guys. So I look over him and I realize, oh, I'll just sell him a settlement. The Doomkeep is a tier 4 settlement of mine, which is kind of steep to lose, but I do get some extra gold, and he actually becomes my vassal. While he won't be able to help me directly, having a strong ally like that will definitely keep other forces off my back as I hopefully deal with Valkia. Over the next turn, Valkia does run it back on Miao Ying. What are you doing, Valkia? We already know how the story goes. Even though I take some losses, I'm just gonna auto-resolve her. Bye-bye, Valkia. Like, I don't want to deal with that again, so she's cooked. They're continuing pressing on my ally now, Zhao Ming. So we're gonna have to go back there real soon. And the emissary has some really encouraging words for Miao Miao as everybody is wrecked from the war with Valkia. The emissary and Miao Ying go over deep strategy plans on how to actually beat Valkia. Lots of bubblegum pink discussion. I'm not sure if it was really gonna help us beat Valkia, but I bring over Azazel and Miao Ying's army to the Great Bastion to fight that one army. And it looks like we're gonna be able to auto-resolve it. Hopefully, if I get all the armies I've managed to recruit over here. Close defeat still. Now Pyrrhic victory, and if I get another army, hopefully we can get it too. Yes, decisive victory. Decisive victory, auto-resolve that. Valkia, you're on your way out. I'm kicking her out of Cathay. No red people allowed. Keep them on the other side of the wall. While I did take a lot of losses, I still do have some really strong armies, and Valkia's down to her last army over here, hiding next to Pomei. We're gonna hunt her down. Here you are in Pomei. Auto-resolve that one. Hey, take a Pomei. There we go. But there's still another guy. All right. Trun him down, and the final Valkia army goes down. There we go. Pyrrhic victory, and that's gonna be Valkia cooked. We've won it. Essentially, we finally beat down all of Khorne forces, and Khorne completely forsakes Valkia. He says, you are no longer my champion because you lost. Come on, you can't be getting cooked. You're making me look bad. And essentially, we say, Valkia, Khorne doesn't want you anymore, but you know who wants you? Slaanesh. You know Losafax, the demon that's in her shield? Oh, he's back, and he's kind of angry at Valkia. They have a really big fight, we'll call it. And Valkia does not win this fight because she's severely weakened from the battle. Losafax takes over and absorbs all of Valkia's power, and Losafax and Valkia kind of combine into one entity. You'll see it really soon here, but yeah, Valkia, you're gonna be serving Slaanesh for the rest of your time, and things are gonna get a little bit strange. You can see, I don't even know. Valkia's basically piloting this brother like an exosuit, like from Pacific Rim. I have no clue. She's in there. I mean, it looks kind of relaxing, a little bit like wet and kind of weird, to be honest, but she's just chilling, you know. Valkia's doing her thing. Very, very cool model. This guy, he's just essentially a demon prince with Valkia. He gets a couple of ability here. Barrier replenishment, power recharge, reserves. Very, very OP, to be honest, and regeneration. So yeah, this guy just has like everything. Very, very strong lord. I mean, as I deserve after fighting all those Khorne forces. Hell yeah. He also has the unique ability, Raging Exuberance. Very long word. Again, it just increases their weapon strength. Makes him a lot stronger. Very cool. Zhao Ming will get another defensive alliance with because he broke it again. Just screw you, Zhao Ming. Honestly, bro, what's your problem with me? And that's it. We won the campaign. That was our final op right there. Valkia taking over. And look, it's so wholesome. We got Valkia. We got Katerin. We got Miao Ying all together. Kumbaya. The world has turned into Freakylandia with Caterino Kislavino. We got Miao Miao, the Freak Queen. And we got Valkia. I don't know what Valkia's doing. She's locked up inside a Losafax. True justice has been served, and the world will never know any color besides bubblegum pink for the rest of time. It was very much a journey to make this entire thing complete. lots of work. So if you guys enjoyed, subscribe. And if you have any questions about, you know, mods maybe, if you have any questions about anything, I guarantee you the answers will be on the Discord. Check the links below. They're there. If you got any comments on what you really liked or you want me to do next or to clarify on, leave them in the comments. And I'll see you next time. This is very fun. A lot of work, but very fun. Meow meow. Oh, I can't wait to do this again another time. Peace out, guys.